Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business as usual. I have a lot to talk about, and always delighted to have my friend Heather Sholl on the show. How are you today?
I'm fabulous. Thank you. How are you?
Good, good. So tell us a little bit about the many hats you wear. You're involved in lots of good things, helping people to be healthy as well as really supporting a great cause. So kind of give us a panoramic overview of your story.
Sure. Well, and we've come a long way together, Kevin, and I think I'm so excited about where we are now. As you well know, I've been a personal trainer for almost 20 years now and have had the opportunity to work with hundreds of people over all of those years and helping them kind of shape their lives and try to balance their lives with, all the things that we all have these days, all the demands of family and work life, with really focusing on health. And I think that gets lost a lot of the time. And in that time, I have also co-founded with my girlfriends a nonprofit organization that supports veterans called Boot Campaign, and that has been an amazing, transformative part of my life for the last almost 6 years. And that experience those two experiences, I should say, combined, have really led to my latest project, which is Fuel Bombs. It's helping people get healthy and building a business around the idea that those of us who are able to do things and work and provide should always do it with helping other people in mind, I think, if we can. And that's kind of what we do with Fuel Bombs, which is a smoothie company of all things. That sounds unrelated, but from where I stand and where my heart is, I think it kind of all ties in my experiences together.
No, it sounds very related. I mean, it's all about taking care of the body, which is what your smoothies are all about. Was it developed by someone else, or did you develop it? Was it in cooperation? Is it a franchise? Talk a little bit about the business itself.
Sure. So my husband and I, he's a trainer also, and we've been training forever. And along with that, although we refer out to dietitians often when people kind of have the bigger questions, we found that people really struggle with the day-to-day eating challenges. Eating you got to do all day, every day, and figuring out how to eat often enough and when to eat has always been a challenge, and we've always worked on coaching our clients through that. And one of the things that I realized years ago was that people really struggle just to get started their day and their week off right. And I had always... finally, the light bulb went on for me, and I thought, well, how do I do it? And how do I get other people to do what I'm doing, since that piece of what I'm doing is successful? And I had been making smoothies forever. I would just package fresh ingredients and put it in a baggie and drop it in the freezer, and when I was ready to have breakfast, I would make it. And, drop the frozen bag in with whatever my liquid was and blend up and go. And so I started over the last couple of years doing that for my clients because it was simple. And it was easier than them even doing it themselves, even if they knew how. And last year, really, we had a handful of clients who kind of tackled us and said, please do this. Please sell this. Please make this available. We want to buy it. We don't just want you to do the work. And so it was kind of a no-brainer. And so we just started to do that commercially last year. And when I started to realize that I didn't want to stop personal training and open a commercial kitchen, I started to look in the local community of Houston and try to find out who could benefit from a startup kind of growing business from the kitchen standpoint. And we were introduced to a few options, but one of which was the Monarch School, which is a school for students with neurological disabilities here in Houston. And we are now partnered with them, and the students, as a part of their curriculum, assemble our smoothies in their commercial kitchen for the Fuel Bombs brand, and they exclusively do that for us. So it benefits, and many of the children there, and I say children, they're all the way up to 35 years old, the students, the learners there, it's autism or on the autistic spectrum. There's a lot of range there of what they're doing, but they're highly functioning and they need job skills. And so
Sure.
It's just been an awesome thing for us to grow and learn from, really, on our end, knowing that we wanted to do it with helping other people in mind and outside of the people drinking the smoothies.
Well, it sounds like a win-win-win all the way around. It's a win for obviously your consumers because the way you're getting it done is going to be cost effective and it's a revenue source for the Monarch School, and it allows you guys to do it on a large scale without disrupting your primary business. So, it sounds pretty brilliant.
Wow, thanks. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
really
so you're still pretty early in this in terms of doing it on a commercial level.
Correct, and we are in a beta this year until June, and just kind of we launched our website a couple weeks ago, and now the learners are in making the smoothies every week, and we deliver inside of the Beltway in Houston for right now as we kind of work our way through the beta. But yeah, at fuelbombs.co, you can kind of go and see how we operate, what the smoothie actually looks like when you get it, how you make it. It's not all that complicated, to understand. It's just if you hadn't seen it before, it's there. And it's such a win-win. And part of me selfishly thought, if I work with these learners, then on the bad days that all entrepreneurs have when you're going, oh my gosh, how are we going to get over this thing I didn't anticipate? I can go hang out with the learners, and they're so excited to be a part of something bigger than what happens in the classroom. And that is so rewarding for all of us, and I think for them too, to see them participate and really function. We can't function without them as a part of a brand that's outside of that school or outside of their parents, and that's really, really rewarding for us.
Well, I think it's fantastic. And so what's the best website for people to go to get more information?
That website is fuelbombs.co, and I know everybody wants to say .com. It's not. It's .co, fuelbombs.co, and you can go. Then you can see a little bit about the story. You can see how to order, and then there's a video there where you can see what it actually looks like to open the smoothie, pull it out of your freezer, drop it in your blender. I do a little silly dancing on there because, we're small, so it's just me right now.
Yeah.
But it's fun. But yeah, fuelbombs.co, and you can see a little bit behind it. And like I said, and what you said, it's a win-win for everybody. Not only does everybody need to save time, but while you're saving time, you're giving back to something bigger than yourself. And I am so excited about the idea behind that and the multifaceted opportunities of the business that I think by selling to the consumer, the customer, they get to be a part of all of that. And I think that's a really great thing.
Heather Sholl, she's got a great product, fuelbomb.co. Make sure you check that out. Fuelbomb. Make sure you do .co. And thanks for being with us, Heather. When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here does show up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook. Follow it on Twitter.